motivation? Stop lying. You don't need a vacation? Stop lying. You ain't got nowhere to go? Stop lying. Come on, y'all, let it flow. Stop lying. Lying right. Lying right. Lying right. Lying right. Y'all were thinking it? I just said it. Now tell me I'm lying.
Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of LYIN. It took me a long time, right? I was gone for like 3 months, right? You know what I'm saying? This is season 2. Season 2 is a lot different than season 1. Number one reason, I got a lot more energy. I got a lot more energy this time around. And bitch, I was tired. I was exhausted. I was tired, okay? This is season 2 of LYIN, the transformative, judgment-free podcast that focuses on community, culture, self-development, self-love. You know, another thing about this podcast, I'm filming in a home with 2 dogs. Aww. 2 French bulldogs. So you gotta get with the shits, okay? You gotta understand. If you hear some weird grunts in the background, it's because I have 2 babies. I'm a mother. Facts. So, welcome to season 2 of LYIN, the transformative, judgment-free podcast that focuses on community, culture, self-development, self-help, story time. We're going to have guests that talk about their journey and my journey and how we heal together. And honestly, it's not for people who think that you need a guru or anything like that. It's more to identify with realism and understanding that I can talk to you about my journey and you can talk to me about yours, but we don't really have to judge one another. Like, my shit is different than yours. You know what I mean? I want to speak on the things that I see every day, which is social media, the things I see in real life, and the conversations that need to be had, and especially around the Black and Brown communities, LGBTQIA community, women, and all the voices that need to be heard and they're not heard enough. So that's what LYIN is about. I feel good. Like, this is really great that I chose to do a season 2 because I wasn't going to do a season nothing. You feel me? I wasn't going to do nothing. I was exhausted. I was tired. I went to LA. I was in LA for about like a month and a half, and it was great. Besides the weather was stupid. The weather didn't make any sense. The weather was like Harlem weather. I felt like I was in Harlem. You know what I mean? And crackheads exactly the same. Crackheads the same. Weather the same. Bums the same. Prices the same. If anybody is looking to move to LA, I'd say from New York, same thing. Go ahead. Go move. Go there. You know what I mean? And that's why I took a 3-month break. I wanted to make sure that my life was in order. I wanted to make sure my mental health was in order. And I wanted to make sure that I wasn't being a hypocrite when I was recording these episodes, which is totally like stupid, right? Because you think when you work in front of a camera and you work as an entertainer, it's like part of your job. You're supposed to be like, you got to do this no matter what. But if there's no deadlines, you know what I mean? If there's no deadlines, there's nobody hunting me down for an episode. My only team is my partner and I for now. Like, there's no way that we are going to just bust our ass when we got to get other shit done. You know what I mean? We work on 1 million projects at a time. So, nah. You had to wait 3 months for season 2. Welcome. What's been going on? Okay, boom. Still been working. That's why I'm completely exhausted. I still live in a clown world. Before, for the listeners that can't see my voice and you're only listening to me in a car or on a train or something like that, the reason why I call the state of the country a clown world, it's a clown world. Like, is this real? Like, I don't even know if I'm here right now. Am I here? Pinch me. You know what I mean? The FDA is taking things off the shelf that we need every fucking day. Asparagus, black seed oil, like literally. They're taking away shit that we need, like normal things that people need every fucking day. Castor oil, rose hip, sea moss. Like, they're taking things off the shelves that we need and we've been using for generations and centuries because the world is trash. So in order to get people hip or even, hey, stop healing yourselves. Stop healing, bitch. TikTok is a motherfucker. So all the things that you see on TikTok, because this is basically what people see a lot. Like, that's where they get a lot of their knowledge is TikTok. Sometimes, like, not me, I've been reading books. Like, I've been on Google, but, you know, I'm saying, like, maybe people that are not from when I was born. TikTok is really a viable source, and they show you how to heal internally. And then they show you how therapy is great and how you sometimes go to a doctor who does not care about you. But this is not a conspiracy podcast. So, but it is, whatever. Yeah. The FDA is trying to remove things from these shelves and call them substances because they're not FDA approved. Who the FDA and where they at? Square up, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, where they at? So all these things that have been healing our ancestors for generations are currently being basically taken off of shelves and removed. Like, you can barely find them on Amazon. Things that I could have gotten tomorrow on Prime are now taking 3 weeks to get here. I've been drinking soursop tea. I've been buying black seed oil forever. You know what I mean? These roots are not even in supermarkets. If you go to the hood, try to find a turmeric root. Like, try to find turmeric. It's not there. You find a ton of ginger, which is still great. But they're still making sure that you need to be able to go to the doctor and get diagnosed so that you have medicine in your body that's still gonna fucking kill you. Sorry. This is not a conspiracy podcast. This is not that. And that's what I'm trying to stray away from. I'm gonna go to my next that's messed up, yo. That's really messed up. Like, how do you take asparagus off shelves? Because it detoxes your entire system, literally. You ever smell your pee after eating asparagus? Shit is crazy. It's nasty. But there's a reason why it smells like that. So for the FDA to try to ban that is nuts. Nuts. You know, it's fine. And, you know, Donald Trump is still grabbing pussies. So no big deal. This is what happens in a clown world. And that's why I call it a clown world. It's garbage. It's just trash. And I'm an optimist. Like, I'm super optimistic. I believe that all things are good as long as I make them good for me and my world, right? So when I see bad things happen or I see people around me that are getting a little bit too, like, antsy, riled up, stressed over the things that they cannot control, I make it my choice to say, yo, what would you do if you could control this? You know what I mean? You can't control what the fuck is happening. If your rent is late, if somebody died, if you're currently in a disgusting situation and you have no control over it, like that, I can't make that a small thing. That's not small. That's big, right? But when you can control the shit, please, like, make sure that you're doing everything in your body, which is so hard to do, so hard. Make yourself believe that you are going to do better. You're going to be okay. You're going to be okay. And I say this from a person who has been in a domestically violent relationship, who almost died. I say this from a person who was houseless. I did not have a home, you know. I say this from a person who saw herself with $11 in her bank account and still flourished and thrived. So I want you to know that I'm speaking through this podcast, not as somebody who's trying to teach, but somebody who's been through a lot of shit and overcome and superseded all the things that were not in my favor. And it's not through just like, I don't know, wishing or like crying in a corner. Like I had to do work, a lot of help, and not only therapy. Like you think that therapy is going to heal you, and that ain't the only thing that's going to heal you. You have to heal yourself, and you have to start from scratch, and it sucks, and it's ugly, and it's tedious, and it's hard, and it's draining, and it's meticulous, and I'm doing it, and I did it, and I do it every day. Because if I was the old Ryan would definitely be punching walls and punching balls right now. Punching walls and punching balls, bitch. That's a fucking fact. That's a fact. Yeah. But anyway, I don't think that the world is going to shit, but when I speak to people who are so like solid and beautiful and who have so much optimism and they're just so positive about everything, you know, there's a such thing called toxic positivity. I don't know. People make shit up every day, but I believe that's real though. Toxic positivity. When someone says, hi, I've just been SA'd, insert caption, producer and editor. I've just been SA'd. I'm short on rent. I have children. And I don't have anywhere to sleep tonight. You know, and somebody comes to you and be like, look on the bright side. You're alive. Like, bitch, hold on. Hold on. That's not how that works. I'm trying to be as positive as possible in the environment that I'm currently in. And when somebody says, look on the bright side, my scenario is so harmful, it's so treacherous, it's so hurtful, I don't even feel like a human anymore. I feel like a punching bag, right? Or maybe I feel like a sponge. I'm absorbing all the things around me that suck so much. Toxic positivity comes into play, right? But that's not what we're doing. That's not what we're doing. I just want people to know that they can take control of their lives. Like, we ain't gonna name people like Oprah, who's literally, her life was a shitstorm before she became Oprah, but there's other people that are your neighbors that live next door to you who are going through things you have no idea about. And by opening an ear, being calm, providing a safe space, it really helps. It really helps to just listen. I'm not saying let people dump on you, though. Don't let anybody dump on you if you can't handle it. Me, I'm guilty of that. I do let my friends dump on me, and I let people just like vent. I let people vent because I'm an avid listener and I'm a great listener, and I don't give a fuck if you want advice or not. You know what I mean? Because most advice that is given by anyone, you guys can't even fucking hear it. You can't even hear it. You can't hear the advice that is given because you dealing with your own shit. Like, imagine having to deal with all your own stuff and you can't even deal with somebody giving you advice. Like, you don't know what's going on. You're just trying to make sure that your day goes good, and you need to dump on your strong friend. Let me tell you something. I'm your strong friend until I'm not. Okay? So that's when I stop answering your calls. I stop answering your FaceTimes. I stop answering because that's not what I'm here for. I'm good at it. I do not mind you venting, but that's not for me. And that's part of my boundaries, and that's part of my healing and part of my mental health. Like, I want to make sure that I'm the best version of myself. And how can I be if I sit there and I'm somebody's fucking garbage can? Fuck you, friends. Sorry for the friends that's watching this, but fuck out of here. Fuck out of here. No. Do we curse a lot on this podcast? Is it too much cursing? I don't think the cursing should be taken out. Well, if YouTube is listening to the things that the podcast can have cursing in it. You can keep this conversation as well. Just letting you know. You're the producer. Yeah. But anyway, Donald Trump is still shamelessly grabbing pussies. And I'm pretty sure I can say that on YouTube. Pussy. He goes to jail. He goes to court. He goes and does whatever he wants to do. And he says it out loud. He says, what are you going to do? What do you mean? That's what the celebrities do. That's what the stars do, right? We kiss each other on the mouth. So you know what I mean? No, sir. That is S-A. That is R-A-P-E, sir. And if you grab someone that doesn't want to be grabbed, I'm going to let you know right now, whether you're Donald Trump or not, someone's going to report you. You nasty shit show. The pants, the doo-doo in the diaper. Yes. For those of you who don't know, Donald Trump just, he wears a pamper. I'm not making this up. I don't have any hate for anybody who works in politics ever. I don't fucking care. What I'm trying to say is the aliens are coming to take over anyway. So I don't care about your president. What I'm trying to say is it's just funny that Donald Trump still wears diapers. It's like he never stopped. And this is from show producers of what? Shark Tank? It's on Shark Tank? Apprentice. The producers of the show, the cameraman, the boom guy, the sound guy, the lighting expert says he wears Pampers. He wears Depends, and he depends on people to change him. So what happens is sometimes when he gets really upset, and you take a large dump. And then somebody has to come and scoop it up his butt. Scoop it out his butt. That's what he does. So it's real cool that this is the person that people are nominating to be president. It's real nice, right? The person that just has a bunch of redneck, hillbilly white people just climbing walls and being openly racist towards black, brown, and any person who is not white, which is wild. It's kind of like we went back a little bit. Like we went backwards. Shit gets crazy. If you hear any snoring dogs in the background, those are my babies. Shout out to my 2 French bulldogs. They ruin every show. Facts. And shout out to our sponsors this episode. Oh yeah, we don't have any. Out of pocket, bitch. Okay, so somebody need to cut the check ASAP. Anyway, so Donald Trump is still grabbing pussies. Black China has a Bible degree. She's a doctor of she's a Bible doctor? She's a Bible doctor, right? A doctorate of the Bible school. Yo, I went to elementary school, junior high school, and college. I went to 2 different colleges, actually. How come I ain't never seen a doctorate from the Bible school that you can get after you're a celebrity? Because in that case, I would have just became a celebrity and then been like, I want to go Bible school. But she didn't go to school. She just got a doctorate in Bible school. And then when we asked, not us, sources asked, hey, so what's a Bible? What's a Bible degree? You know what I mean? Like, what is that? And she was like, when people honor you for your accomplishments and they give you a doctorate, and my doctorate is from Bible school. Yeah. But anyway, congratulations to Black China going to Bible school. And I wonder what that doctorate, what does it do? Like, can you get into the mega churches, like the big black mega churches, like the big ones that have like 4 floors and like, you know what I mean? They're all over the country and stuff like that. Like, how does that actually work? How does it work? I don't know. But anyway, the world is still shit, and I still live in a clown town, clown world. Downtown, thugging with my rounds, my booty hole brand. You know what I mean? I'm looking for those. You know, if y'all don't know that song, then you're under a rock, and I don't care about you. But yeah, so basically that's what's really going on in my head, because other than work, like I don't care. I don't care about the things that y'all are representing right now in the media. And by y'all, I don't mean my loyal, beautiful viewers and listeners. No. I mean the media. It's just like, I just can't believe what actually is happening. But I can, because I've always been a believer of the aliens. And I do believe that these niggas is coming. They're coming, and they're coming to get you. Because in the state of the world right now, the state of the world, garbage. Trash. White supremacy is still a thing. It's never not been a thing. So that's really it. And then I be asking myself, like, yo, what do I do to stay working in a healthy way and not go crazy, because the state of the world is kind of weird, right? Because we always want to say, like, we can obviously, like, manipulate our surroundings, right? And I stand by that, because I'm a big believer in, like, not only manifestation and manipulating my environment to work in my favor, because big bruja, okay? But I'm saying, like, the way things go, like the writer's strike, right? There's a writer's strike going on right now in the film industry, where screenwriters and film writers are protesting because they've not been paid appropriate wages. And this can stop a lot of people from working, from thriving. But then what can we do right now to help ourselves not be a victim or not succeed, because the majority of the people in our industry are stopping, right? Because we're not all rich, and we're not all able to be like, yeah, I'm going on strike right now because I already have $1.2 million in the bank. What can I do myself to have this not affect me? You know what I mean? Like, how do we redirect the energy when things go wrong? Right? How do we redirect that? And it reminds me of, like, the pandemic, the panorama, the panini. You know what I mean? It reminds me of that. What did I do, or what could we do to make it so that we can redirect all of this creative energy I got, all this hustle mentality I have, shit, my business sense? What can I do, and how can I pour into something else? And that is what this writer strike reminds me of. It reminds me of the pandemic, because I know that the pandemic truly changed my life, like changed me. I took so many courses. I read so much. I was able to get in touch with myself and nature. I was able to identify that I'm not ever lonely, really. And the thing is, this is not to say, oh, bitch, this don't affect you. You ain't even a screenwriter. It's not for you to be judgmental. It's for you to understand that there's always a way to redirect anything that you care about when you feel like going. Like, there's nothing that can stop you. And for the pandemic or coronavirus, whatever the fuck, I still have emails now like, due to the coronavirus, we were bitch, that shit was 3 fucking years ago. Shut the fuck up. Like, it's not here anymore. So, and even if you think it still is here, like, whatever. There are different ways for you to execute your ideas in a way that it makes money, and you really have to tap in. I really feel like you have to tap in. And I tapped in so many ways during COVID, during the pandemic. Like, I just tapped the fuck in. Like, you know what I mean? And you know what really kills me? The super rich people that are like, no. I said it, because y'all ain't gonna say it. Tell me I'm lying. Tell me I'm lying. Y'all not gonna say it. Rich people have bills too, Ryan, and bitch, so do I. And I don't have $5 million, $10 million, $20 million, $30 million, $40 million in my bank account. I don't. But y'all do. And you were quick to say, did you see all the people during the pandemic and their fucking lives? It's really hard right now. Like mansion background, literal pool background. You're already isolated. So you didn't have to worry about quarantine. While there are people living in the projects, there's women living in shelters. There are people living in different circumstances than you do, but you're so concerned about not working. Visibility, is it? Like, what is it? What is it about greed and visibility in the celebrity industry? I don't fucking know. I don't thrive to be a celebrity, so I don't fucking care. Like, as long as I'm fucking rich, I don't care. Yeah, no, I just, it doesn't sit well with me that there are so many other options and so many ways to redirect whether you're creative or not, your energy, your thriving bones to still work when things go wrong. And that's what the writer's strike reminded me of. It reminded me of the pandemic when I couldn't really do anything. Like my shop got shut down where I was tattooing out of. Like I said, okay, well, what we gonna do? And we did it. And I feel the same way about the writer's strike right now. But if you're striking, strike. All right? If you're protesting, protest. I have nothing wrong to say about that because I do believe that writers, artists, creatives, business people, period, need to be paid for what they're worth and the amount of work that they do. Always. Always. So, that was my segment. Is everybody okay? That was that. And I was supposed to say that before that segment. Is everybody okay? But we'll do it next time. But what do I do in a world that's like a weird world? Like, what do I do to stay unweird and not get sucked in and trapped in and sad? I do a plethora of things. Yeah, I felt like I got distracted, but I don't got ADHD though. I've been assessed. I do not have ADHD, and I've tried to figure out if I had ADHD or not. But let me tell you something. Let me tell you something about neurodivergency. All of my friends, my circle, have living, high-functioning ADHD. And these are my greatest people. I do not care. The inspiration behind my neurodivergent friends is just so intense. It's so intense. The way I see them work and focus is so crazy. And I sometimes be like, yo, let me get a little bit of that. You know what I mean? Like, how can you focus like that? You know what I mean? I have one person that can write full scripts, never stop. But then also on top of the script, you're writing the music that goes into the movie that for the script that you wrote. Then on top of that, you shoot the fucking movie. And then on top of that, you cast the actors. And then, it's crazy. Ooh, what about all my people that work in like audio? So you telling me you can play the instrument, you also sing and rap, then you can engineer your own session, then you can sing and rap in your own session, and then you can do the business behind putting out your music. I'm not here for anybody who does not understand ADHD and autism. Y'all are bugging. Me having ADHD and autistic friends, neurodivergent friends, period, is the best thing that ever happened to me because it absolutely pushes me and it shows me the genius that a human can actually do. You're tapping into another side of your brain that mine doesn't. And I think that's amazing. I think that's absolutely incredible. Now, sometimes, yeah, we have conversations and I'm speaking to you and your eyes wander this way or that way, or even both sometimes. Sometimes I might be talking through your forehead, like right through. And you got to understand, like, their brains are thinking different than your brain. And it's fine. There's nothing to be offended by at all. It's really incredible to see. It's incredible to watch. It's incredible to be around. It's totally motivational. The genius, it's the genius for me. Like, genius people, genius. And I also have friends who are not neurodivergent, and they're cool too. They're really cool. But I will tell you, like, if I ever want a day of excitement, pure conversation, like showing how resilient they can be, I can be around my friends forever and never be bored. Like, honestly, like, when you need your brain to work and you have to tap into it without medication, it's really a good thing. But ain't nothing wrong with a little Adderall. I just want to talk about some of the things that people DM to me, right? And it seems, I'm really proud of myself because this is it. This is it. You know what I mean? Usually I'd be pouring at this point, but I just feel excited and I'm so happy that I'm back. Honestly, this feels good. I'm not tired. I feel great. But these are some of the things that I do because we just talked about the world and how I call it a clown world, a clown town, that go in my rounds. You know what I mean? Some of the things that I do to refrain myself from going crazy in a society that doesn't seem like it's on my side all the time or ever. The first thing I do is maintain my physical health, of course, right? So, period. This ain't long. This ain't deep. Drink water, motherfuckers. Drink water. Drink water. Drink a ton of water. Like, always stay hydrated, even when you don't feel like it. Drink water. Put some key limes in there. You know what I'm saying? Stay alkaline. You know what I'm saying? Don't be afraid to distract yourself. So if you feel like you are getting a bunch of news, which is fake news, by the way, but this is not a conspiracy podcast whatsoever. If you feel like you are getting a bunch of news off of social media, CNN, Fox, whatever, and you are like going through overload right now, don't be afraid to distract yourself. I'm talking about like, and this is so hard for people who are like me who love to like be indoors, but I can be indoors all day, but I still realize that I have to go out and do something in order for me to maintain a level mind, a happy brain. I want a happy brain, a high vibrational brain, a high functioning brain, something that, you ever walked around and just been so irritable and you want to just punch somebody in the face? That's because of whatever's going on inside. So your surroundings are not helping also. If your surroundings are not helping what's going on in your brain, you need to get out and don't be afraid to distract yourself. I'm talking about anything. It does not have to be rock climbing. You don't have to go into a forest, bro. You don't have to go into a forest. You don't have to read a book in the grass, bro. Just go outside. Go outside. Go outside. Don't be afraid to do things that distract you on purpose. Like, I have a thing called a mental health walk. I know when I'm outside, I am breathing heavily. I'm walking while I'm meditating. It's called walking meditation. That's a thing. You know what I mean? Go outside. Don't be afraid to go outside even when it's uncomfortable, even when you feel like your legs don't work and your heart is heavy and your brain hurts. You have to do something in order for you not to go crazy in this chaotic world. Like this world gets weird, dude. It's weird. It's weird. The next thing I do is, of course, set boundaries. Like, I set boundaries with people that don't make me feel good. I set boundaries with people who I'm uninterested in talking to. I don't have to talk to you. So who made the rule up that I have to speak? So I set healthy boundaries with people who I can tolerate a little bit. And if I can't tolerate you at all, that means you are abusive and I am uninterested in talking to you unless you're bringing in coin, cash. And even then, if I work on a job and I have a job, and this is realistic, they are not people that only work for themselves. I am a gig worker. I'm a freelancer. I'm allowed to be my own boss and I take the jobs that I'm comfortably taking. That's not everybody's life. But I do say that even when you go and work in a place and your environment becomes so stressful that you become like sad or overly depressed, or you begin to deteriorate from the inside, I don't know about you, but quit. No call, no show. Quit. Just how you got that job, you can get another one, okay? And if it's circumstantial and you can't just quit cold turkey, make sure you're actively applying to jobs so that you can go ahead, interview, get the job, get more money. I bet you'll be okay. Because just how you got that job, you can get another one. Don't play with me. Play with yourself. You heard me. Yeah, and I already said, if you're really truly struggling and proactive about seeking any sort of help, like the way that I can deactivate and deprogram is the word. Deprogram from this world, from the things that you see, from the things that you hear, from the people who are around you, toxicity, gossip, everything is so judgmental, right? Deprogram, you want to deactivate? If you have it, therapy. I said it. And if you don't believe in therapy, talk to your strong friend. Talk to the people like me who let their friends talk to them. And sometimes they may not need advice. They just need to let it out. They need to cry. They need to scream into a pillow. Yeah. Talk to those people. Don't sit with yourself all the time. I swear. I know you're a badass. You're super badass. Go express yourself to the people who are able to take that, aka the people who get paid for it, therapists, life coaches. Dump on them. Technically, you're not supposed to dump on a life coach. Don't ask me why I know that. I'll let you know. I'll let you know next episode that I'm a life coach. But don't. Technically, life coaches, you're not supposed to dump on them. They're supposed to give you tools on how you can help yourself. A therapist, let it out, bitch. Let it out. Let it out. Because most people don't have no one to talk to. And if you are able to get a therapist, do it. Some people cannot. Make sure you find a friend. If you can't find a friend, journal. Journal is crazy. It's awkward and crazy, and it's good. It's so good. It's so good. Journaling is a big way how I stay, I wouldn't say I'm ordinary, but I would say sane enough to function in a crazy world. I love journaling and writing down the things that I know about, see, hear, and the things that I want to see happen to me in a journal is one of the most powerful things that you can ever do. Write that shit down. Hashtag write that shit down. Write it down. Period. Of course, meditation. Meditation is huge. It's a huge way to rewire your brain. It's great. It's a great way to rewire. It's a great way. But I can't sit here and tell you exactly how to meditate, but there's so many exercises that you can do that can help you on your way to just a more pleasant life, a more freeing experience, a way to wake up and not feel like the world is against you or hates you, right? And there's so many different forms of meditation. There's walking meditation. There's breathing exercises. There's staring at a candle flame. You know what I mean? There's visualization meditation where you're actually visualizing the way that things happen so that it happens for you, right? It's really cool. Meditation is a great thing. I got into meditation when I almost died, you know what I'm saying, from domestic abuse. And once I regained my consciousness and my focus, I kind of tapped into a different part of myself. Who knows? You know what I mean? But meditation is a big way. And also, just don't assume anything. When you think you know shit, you don't, y'all. Your anxiety comes from the things that you think are going to happen. And the shit don't even be happening sometimes. You know what I mean? You don't know everything. Everything is not planned. And even if you think you're going to wake up in the morning, go to school, then go to work, and then come home to your lover, and then you're going to wake up and do it again, you don't know that. So when you release that, when you release control, when you release that you think you have power over everything, your world becomes a lot smoother. Things happen more when you let go. This is crazy that I tell myself this shit every morning. Like, let it go, Ryan. Let it go. I'm going to do my best today. I'm going to try my best today. I'm going to do everything I can, not only to be happy, but to make sure that I'm just doing my best as long as I'm not hurting myself or anyone around me. And that makes me flow better. I'm in flow at that point, right? I can wake up and be like, yo, I can try my best, or I can have a shitty outlook on this day. Fuck, I hate this job. Damn, I hate my baby mother. Damn. Well, first of all, why'd you have babies anyway? Because you had babies because you don't know how to pull out, bro. But that's a whole different situation. Like, you don't even know how to pull out. So you had babies and you mad you got to take care of the babies? Men kill me. Speaking of men, why y'all so mad at transgender people? I know this is off topic because I have one more thing to talk about in a way where I maintain a healthy state of mind in this chaotic world. But I'm just going to divert for one little second. And I want to just ask, like, why y'all so mad? What are you so mad about? Whether I'm queer or not. Why y'all so mad at trans people? Like, it seems like the uproar of people being transgender is like at an all-time high right now. And I just really want to know why. Did you accidentally sleep with someone who was trans? Did you accidentally like the way a trans person looked? Do you feel like transgender people are going to take your spot? Why do y'all care so much? What do you care about? You know what? I saw this stupid ass podcast the other day, and he said, imagine if there was 100 trans women on an island and then 10 regular non-trans men on the island. If there were 100 cis women on the island and 10 men, in 100 years, we'd have thousands of babies. But because on the island, it's 100 trans women who cannot reproduce and 10 men, in 1,000 years, we're going to have 1,000 skeletons. Bitch, what island? Where we at? And what island are you going to where you need 100 trans women on the island with 10 cis men? Why? Because it sounds like a lot of men's dream to me, honestly. Because these niggas be they be sneaking around. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people that you know have been secretly sneak dicking. And I mean cis men who have wives and children at home, who are DL. For you who don't know what DL is, that's down low. They've been making sure that they have boyfriends everywhere. They go on these apps, they go on WhatsApp, and they go on all secret kinds of apps and fuck men privately, then come home to their wives. But trans women are not men. They are trans women. So anyway, this dude was like, so you can't even reproduce if we put 1 million trans women on an island and 10 men. Well, bitch, what island? What island? And why are you making up scenarios? Y'all so mad at trans people that you are now making up scenarios on out of thin air. Out of thin air. A woman recently was on the news and said, well, what if a trans woman arrests me? She's stronger than me and she shouldn't be able to frisk me. Well, bitch, why are you getting arrested? Also, a trans woman should be able to arrest your ass because you deserve to be arrested, bitch. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? You making up so many scenarios about trans people because you so mad. Where are the scenarios coming from? Where are they coming from? We don't even know where your scenarios are coming from. You have to make them up because these things have never happened. And when you show me the island of the 100 trans women and 10 men trying to reproduce, holla at me. Ain't no island, stupid. And nobody's going to an island like that because why would they want to be stranded on an island? You're going to be dead by the time you think that the world is ending and everyone has to go to an island called Trans Island. You're so dumb. People are so dumb. Anyway, see, this is why I said this world is unhinged, and I'm really just trying my best to like be the best version of myself, and this is how I get through day to day. I cannot focus on all the negative things and comments that people have to say daily because they're so ignorant. They don't make any sense. They have no facts behind them. America. You know what I mean? Like, that's none of my business. Anyway, last thing that I have to say on maintaining a healthy brain in a chaotic world, a clown world is what I call it. And I say this and not in a weird way because there's a lot of people that are watching that are like, yo, you know, you're such a positive person, but why do you call your world that you live in a clown world? Well, I'm super optimistic. I do believe in positivity and providing kindness to almost everyone around me. Almost, you know, you fuck with me, you get rocked. But I'm trying to say that I call it this because this is simply my POV, and my POV comes with 99% positive things. All good things happen to me. The universe conspires to work in my favor. Everyone that's around me provides no stress. There's no drama in my life. I have an extremely soft life. I live a soft life, a very soft one. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not soft. You know, I'll curse your ass out. But I'm saying my life is soft. There's nothing around me that immediately makes me want to crawl under a rock and die. And I had to work hard to get here. So because I call it that, it's just because every day I wake up, I see these things. I see the bigotry. I see the white supremacy. I see the racism. I see the homophobia, transphobia. I see all these things around me immediately. You cannot erase these things. You can't erase them. I see all the things that are ignored for black and brown people. I see how people have to code switch for a fucking interview at a Popeyes. Yeah. I see black people. Somebody was recently talking to me saying that they wanted to work in the the Starbucks on the Upper East Side instead of the one in Harlem because not the pay was better, but the patrons were better. Like the guests were better there, the customers. And I'm just like, so what do you want me to tell you? And this was somebody in my DMs asking for advice. And she was like, do you feel that code switching is wrong? No. Before I got to work for myself, I had to code. I didn't have to code switch, but I chose to because I knew I'd get the job sooner. So yeah, so I totally understand why you would think that working in an Upper East Side location is much better than working somewhere like Brownsville or East New York. Because when I put on my retail voice, is everything okay? Are you finding everything okay? Yeah, hi. My name is Ryan and I'm here to help you. So if you need any help, let me know. We're also having a 10% sale on coffee, bitch. Yes, I had to do that in order for me to make sure that I had a job. I did that. That was my path, my journey. And any black person, brown person, or any person of any ethnicity that does not agree with that, I don't care. Like, that was my journey to make my life easier and to pay my bills at like 19. I don't do that shit anymore. Like, if you don't know how I talk now, you're going to find it on the internet. But this young lady who was only 21 and DM'd me did not know where to go. I did not tell her to sell her soul. I didn't tell her to shame her community. I didn't tell her to act less black. I told her, do what makes you feel like you're going to get the job without harming yourself or anyone around you. Because these motherfuckers don't care about you anyway. If number 862, the application, doesn't get the job, they're going to find the bitch after you. Like, do what you have to do to get your money so that you can further your career. Nobody wants to fucking work there. But she did what she had to do and got the job. Yo, it's some crackheads outside my window. That shit real funny. I ain't gonna hold you. Some crackheads. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, so I will say this is me wrapping it up. I had no idea. It was like a long show. I thought this like season 2, episode 1 was gonna be like a 15-minute episode. But the last thing that I want you guys to take is action. Take action in a world that feels like it's not on your side all the time. Take action when you feel like you have imposter syndrome and you don't even believe in yourself. Take action when you feel like you're not beautiful enough, you're not strong enough, you're not tough enough. Take action. You are the only thing that can transform your life. You are the only thing that can transform your world. You are the only thing that you should care about. You come first. There's nobody that comes before you. And the people that you think care, they might care, but no one can care more than you do. So take action in a world like this today in order for you to uphold your most genius self, your best self, fulfill all of your things, okay? This is Ryan. I'm out of here. I'm about to go drink some tequila. Thank you for tuning in to another episode of LYIN Ryan. Y'all were thinking it. I just say it. Now tell me I'm lying.